doing? Just welcome.
Yes.
Y'all, welcome to the Davison intervention, y'all. We're excited about tonight. We're trying something just a little different. I'm kind of looking this way, y'all. I'm trying to get my screen. Bear with me. What I'm doing is I'm actually trying to go live because tonight is our Q&A.
Yes.
We got, y'all, I'm telling y'all, we got so many questions. I got so many questions, so I told Kenneth, since we did it once,
yeah, we ought to try it again.
let's try it twice.
Yeah.
Twice is always good.
Yes.
But before that, Kenneth, make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification, y'all, and keep those questions coming. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So we want y'all to keep those questions coming. So Kenneth.
Yes.
How's your day been?
It's been a good day.
Had a
Yourself?
good day today.
Yourself?
I had a wonderful.
Had a good
Today's
day.
been a really good day.
That is good.
We're gonna dive right into it. Y'all know we usually start at 6:30, but we're a little early because I'm doing something different. So we're gonna start just dive right into the questions. So someone asked us, y'all, from the last time we did questions, can you believe we've had 5 other episodes since then?
Wow, that's great. I mean, I'm glad we're moving forward.
I am too.
That's progress.
That
That's
is
progress. Yes.
progress.
Yes, it is.
So, Kenneth, they asked a question for
Okay.
you. They directed this one to
To
Kenneth.
me.
Yes, they said to
me.
Kenneth.
Okay.
They say, do you think you should see all seasons of your mate in a relationship? The question was, do you think you should see all seasons? Because when you and I talked about it, we got married pretty fast. We didn't see all seasons of each other. We didn't see winter, spring, summer, fall. We just saw,
I think we got the attractive part of our relationship because both of you and I were caught up in the romance. We were caught up in having fun. We were caught up in enjoying one another.
Okay.
And I don't think we really saw the bad side of each other.
Okay, we didn't see that, but do you think in a relationship they should see all seasons?
I really do. I really do
Okay.
because you don't want any surprises. To me, I wouldn't want any surprises. I wouldn't want you to say, okay, I see her laughing, I see her joking, I see her having a good time, but then all of a sudden the light comes on, she flips a switch, and next thing you know, bam, she's 0 to 60.
But I'm gonna tell you what's interesting, because you said we didn't see all seasons. You said that you think it's a good idea, but we didn't see all seasons of each other. We didn't go through the happy times, the sad times, the good times. We didn't go through. I don't think we did. I think I think all of our times was good times. I was so caught up in the hurrying up and marrying you before you said no again. So
because you said no twice.
I did.
And I said, let me hurry up and marry this young lady before she says no again. So, and 9 months was so fast, for romance.
You keep saying 9 months, but okay.
But I think that's what happened with us. We got caught up. But I think couples should, I'm not gonna say poke the bear and say make you mad or make me angry.
Right.
But I think we should see that type of, attitude in us.
I agree.
So I know what I'm getting. You getting a complete package here.
Yes.
Take me as I am. I'm getting a complete package as you are. Take you as you are. I think we should see that.
I think we should see that as well.
Yes.
I think that is so important that you get a chance to see what it looks like. Thank y'all for just joining in.
Yes.
Those that's joining in, throw us some questions, y'all, because this is question and answers tonight.
Yes.
We're answering the heated ones.
Yeah, because that was
thank
pretty.
y'all
That was pretty hot topic
for
right
being there. We
Yes.
appreciate y'all that's on right now.
Yes.
So another one, Kenneth, they asked you. They said you talked about that there was different levels of trust.
Okay.
You said there's different levels of trust. They wanted to know what do you mean when you said there's different levels of trust? What did you mean by that?
Well, what basically I was talking about with you and I learned how to trust you first before I even know you.
You did?
Yeah, I had confidence in, the Lord was picking me. The Lord was choosing me a good mate.
Yes.
And I had the confidence that you are the one. So I trusted you that far.
You did.
Before I even got to know you well, to know that if you were a conniver, or know if I was a conniver, or if I was a thief or a robber. I didn't find that out about you, but I had that level of trust in you to have faith to believe that once you and I got together, that we were going to make this work.
We were going to make it work. Okay.
But oftentimes when couples are dating and stuff, you get a chance to see other trust.
You do. You get a chance to
see if they're a woman of their word, or if they're a man of their word. If LAVIDA says she's going to be on time to meet me.
Yes.
Or if I say I'm going to be on time to meet you.
Yes.
I've got to trust you to believe that.
Yes.
So there is levels of trust.
I agree. There are trouble. Hey, Kim, how are you? We just wanted to give you a shout out.
Yes.
But yeah, they are different levels of trust. I do believe that because, like you said, you didn't know my spending was as bad as it was, but you trusted me enough to even allow me to be over it.
In charge, yes. In charge.
You allowed me to be in charge of the finances, but you didn't know I was going to spend the way that I did. So I think there are different levels of trust. I like that.
And it is danger in that too.
Okay.
Not knowing the complete package that you get. But at the same time, that's what trust is all about.
Right.
We have to believe that you and I are going to be responsible enough to keep this relationship, to keep this marriage going so that we can build up more trust.
Okay.
Because trust is earned.
Okay.
Trust is earned and confidence is given.
Okay.
So we have to learn how to do that. And even though you and I went down the different paths of trust, we still had to learn how to, give each other that space, that room to move forward.
We had to
do that. So that's what I meant by different levels of trust.
Right.
Because as now 25 years down the line, I don't think there is an area that I cannot trust you in now.
Right, I agree.
And vice versa.
Right.
I don't think there's an area where you do not trust me either.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this one is about trust too, because and not really about trust, but how does it look for your mate to follow Christ? What does that look like when you talk
that's
about
a good one.
When you talk about your mate to follow Christ?
Wow.
Let me kind of, and I'll let you pick it. What does it look like for to me? What it looked like for my mate Kenneth to follow Christ is that he is the one to me that helps our family to grow, as far as when it comes to us going to church, us planning which direction our family is going to go in. He even helped us, like what he would do is Sunday mornings he would make sure the breakfast is ready. He did, I almost made my load lighter. I'm gonna say that he made it so light to where me getting up, me doing it didn't feel like a chore. It felt smooth. I enjoyed doing it. I was excited about doing it. I was happy to be alongside with you doing it. That's why I say it was a good feeling. So to see you being led and you not just talking the talk, but you walk that walk.
Okay.
That's what I mean when what I like about that.
Yeah, because oftentimes we as husbands will say that I'm the head of the household, I'm the leader in the home, but I need to show that leadership. I shouldn't be the one laying in the bed, sleep, and you wake us up and say, "Okay, are we going to church today?"
But what's wrong with that? If I want to ask you that,
yeah, but I should be already up.
You should.
I should be already up and move. Especially if I said that I want to be the leader.
Okay.
I want to show some leadership skills here. So I should be the one that's setting the pace, letting the family know, especially if it's some young men in the family, young guys, and if some young ladies in the family also. I should be the one that's setting the pace. The husband should be the one setting the pace, letting everybody know, okay, it's time to get up. It's time to move forward. I'm showing leadership. So if I'm showing leadership, the wife shouldn't have any problem coming alongside me, helping me lead. The children shouldn't have any problem coming alongside, doing what the parents ask them to do. And that's what some areas look like. Another area of leadership looks like that the husband doesn't mind being the headship, but he doesn't mind delegating authority to the wife also.
Okay, I like that.
Letting the wife, handle some things.
I like that.
Like letting you handle the finance.
Yeah.
As long as I'm looking at the books and say, okay, this is what we're doing this month. This is our spending chart.
Right.
Okay, that looks good. You can go ahead and take care of that.
I got you.
I'm showing leadership at the same time.
Right.
But I'm letting you lead in some areas.
I got you.
So I don't mind letting you lead.
Come on, y'all. Throw them questions out there for us. We're waiting on them. I got a bunch of them, but if y'all have any, come on, hit me with them. So the next one says, ooh, Kenneth, this one is kind of, woo. Can infidelity be a deal breaker? If so, how do you reconcile the relationship?
Wow, that is
Can
a good
infidelity
one.
be a deal breaker? And if so, how do you reconcile the relationship? Let me just kind of,
because I hear it often. I hear it often too.
Because
Yes.
I will say infidelity could be a possibility, a deal breaker. Because a lot of times people say, well, you know, he cheated or she cheated, and it's just over. Yeah, it could be a deal breaker.
So a deal breaker, you mean, is like it could sever the relationship?
It could sever. That's what I mean. I'm thank you for that. So
When you say
deal
deal
breaker
breaker.
means what could be the one that call us quits? Where could we call it quits at?
Okay.
I believe infidelity could possibly be a deal breaker to me. I don't think it's a deal breaker for me right now, but it could be a deal breaker if there's a child. I know I'm adding another layer on it.
Okay.
If there's a child involved, to me that could be a deal breaker. But because there was infidelity, I would want to know why or what caused you to do what you did.
And then too, and again, I like that too, and it plays a role in how many years, months, situations that you have in a relationship. If I got 2 years, into the relationship, or if I got 5 years into the marriage or the relationship, would I want to, ruin that because of one incident or one situation? So that's what I'm looking at as a man, from a man's perspective.
Okay.
If I've got 2 years in and something happens, I said, wow, I only have 2 years in. Do I want to continue this relationship on, or do I want to put a pause on it until we can correct it? Or if I have 5 years in,
right?
If I have 5 years in, I'm saying, okay, I want to make this thing work for the next 3 or 4 years. So I'm willing to sit down with you and say, okay, look, what is our problem? What caused us to go in this direction?
Exactly.
That's what I would see.
Okay.
But it all depends. Now, if it was 6 months into our relationship, I'm looking at her like, she's doing this 6 months into the relationship. Right. Oh man, she's not ready. She's not ready, or he's not ready for marriage.
Exactly.
No, it's only 6 months, and you are already stepping outside the marriage, or you already, doing things that could be conducive to the marriage. So it all depends in my eyesight on how many years I have in.
Okay. Somebody sent a question in right here, Kenneth. Somebody said, how do you move forward in building trust after it's been broken, and how long does it take? So how do you move forward in building trust after it's been broken, and how long does it take to rebuild that?
That's a good one. That's a good question.
So what the way I'm gonna answer it is, our trust was broken in our relationship, and we kind of talked about this in our trust. So if you're out there and you haven't seen it, but trust, and I'll go back and talk about it. The way you rebuild the trust in a relationship, y'all, it is a process. It is not just that I come and say, Kenneth, I'm sorry. Kenneth, I did this. Let's move forward and let's just get over it. No, to me, it was steps. I had to acknowledge what I did was wrong. But the key to that is Kenneth had to be ready to accept what I said, or even ready to hear what I had to say.
That's true.
If you wasn't ready to hear what I had to say, me acknowledging my wrong would not have allowed us to move forward. Remember, trust is for me. Trust, Kenneth had to forgive me for him, not for me, but he had to do it for himself. I had to do it for me too as well. But in order for us to reconcile, we had to come together. And what we did, it's no time limit, but what we did is from this point forward. So Kenneth gave me a timeline, and I allowed him to ask all the questions he needed to ask about, why was I spending the money? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? So just say it's March. I say, okay, Kenneth, by April 15th, that's going to be it. We're going to talk about it. You can ask me anything you want to about it. But then after that, we're going to move forward. We have to find a way to move forward, because if not, we'll still be stuck in that situation. We'll still be stuck talking about finances.
Right.
We don't want to continue to be stuck talking about finances. We want to find a way how we can move forward.
And the question is, how do you move forward?
Yeah.
And first of all, in my eyesight, we have to make sure that both of us are ready to move forward. Like you said, do I want to move forward? I may not want to move forward. I may say that enough of this. This has happened too many times. This has happened 3 or 4 times. I may not want to move forward anymore. So both of us has to come to the realization, is it worth moving forward? Are we willing to move forward? And are we ready to move forward, like you said?
Okay.
And if all those questions are not answered, then it's not worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it. So that's what we got to do. Tap the brakes and say, look, before we go any further, we're going to have to put a dime on this one.
Yeah, we're going to have
and see what can we do to earn each other's trust again, to build our trust back up, and then are we ready to move forward again?
And then with that, we have to put boundaries in place because we had to put boundaries in place.
Yes.
So boundaries will have to be put in place to hold me accountable, to hold him accountable, because things can't go on like they were. We can't just say business as usual.
Business as usual. Let's just go ahead and move on. Business as usual.
We could not do that. We had to put boundaries in place. Those boundaries is what you all put in place, not what I can take. Now I can give you some. If you tell me what it is, I can tell you what to put in place. But it's not going to benefit you all. You all have to decide on what those boundaries are for your relationship.
And remember, what's the most important thing in the marriage and the relationship is both of us trying to move forward and trying to make this relationship work.
Yes.
If both of us are not ready to make it work, then what good is it?
Right.
What good is it? So we got to realize that we have bigger things ahead of us.
Exactly.
We have larger things ahead of us.
Yes.
So are we willing to let this one little stumbling block here?
Right.
It may be a large stumbling block.
Right.
But are we ready to make this one stumbling block stop what we all built up? Or what we are building up? Mm-hmm. Are we ready to do that?
Well, and it goes back to what you said. It depends on how much time we have invested. Like you said, if you and I, to me, and I think you would have kind of looked and frowned on me a little different.
Yeah, if it had been the first 6 months.
First 6 months in the relationship, and all of a sudden I'm draining the account, and you like, wait a minute, what you doing?
You didn't give us a chance to build up anything.
I think since years had passed and we had that trust in each other, we had the confidence in each other. We were able to communicate with each other. So I think that was a big thing that made such a big
if
difference.
we can ever get that into our DNA, that knowing each other and talking with each other is the key to building any relationship up. We've got to get to know each other where we can comfortably come back and say, look, Rita, I have a problem with you.
Okay.
You have a problem with me. Can we talk about this problem? We have to come to that conclusion that we can do that with each other, first of all. And then we can start trying to, resolve some of these issues and move forward.
So, Kenneth, why do you think it was so hard? Why do you think it was so hard to let go of the finances? Why is it so hard in a relationship? Why is it so hard to let go of the finances?
Because finances is the key. Finances, you build, you try to build that up.
Okay.
You try to get some reserves. You try to have something ready for a rainy day. And if that's gone away, it's almost like that's the backbone almost of your relationship.
But why is it so hard to let it go?
Yeah, it's so hard to let it go because, like I said, you build it up so much. And you have got so much and you have accumulated so much. You don't want to let it go. You don't want to let it go that easy. So, the good book says, the Bible says, for the love.
Money.
It didn't say money is the root of all evil. It says for the love of money. I love money so much that I don't want to let it go.
Right.
At any cost.
Right.
I'd rather let my relationship go than to let my money go.
Which is crazy.
That's when I really started loving my money.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, but that's what it said. The good book says the love of money. You love that money so much that you're willing to give up your family, your friends, your relationship for that money. That's what you're ready. Yeah, and you're ready to give that up. Yes. And
because I know, I know I cut you out, but let me say, because sometimes I can't get crazy when we get a certain amount of money.
Yes.
I'm like, wait a minute, Ken, I don't want us to spend, but then I can go buy something.
Right.
That's why I say I'm gonna be transparent. I can go buy something, but I don't want you to spend. I'm like, Ken, you can only spend this amount. But it's just crazy how we do that when it comes to finances, y'all. Finances was one of those that wreak havoc on relationships.
Absolutely.
I'm saying it's almost like this is mine and I don't want to lose it. I can't lose this. So that's the way we see money.
Yeah.
This is a good one right here, Kenneth. It said, if you're in a committed relationship,
okay.
If one person is cheating, if one person cheated or flirting or talking or texting, is that cheating? Is that cheating? If we're not married now, but we're in a committed relationship, and you catch me texting or you catch me kind of flirting or doing a little, is that cheating?
That's a good question. That's gonna bring up one of my what I call red flags.
Okay.
That's gonna bring up a red flag right there.
Okay.
I'm like, we've been in, maybe been in a relationship a year. I just said year.
Okay, we'll say
and
year.
then all of a sudden you're already outside dipping and dabbling and talking with other people.
Right.
That brings up a red flag right there. Now,
Okay.
is she really or is he really serious about this relationship?
I am serious. I just every now and then I just like to just kind of,
Yeah, you have to be careful about that because sometimes we can get the enemy outside to catch our ear, and that's all they need. They need just a little bit of your ear, and then they say no. They grab your ear, they grab your relationship, then they have you, and then next thing you know, now you're trying to pick between the two. And the good book again says it's hard to serve two masters. You're either gonna love one and hate the other. So you have to be careful.
Or you're gonna love one.
Yes.
And hate
you have
the
to
other.
be careful so that one outside won't get you to hate each other.
Right.
Then you won't, and break your relationship up.
Right.
So yes, I believe that you have to really be careful and not let that kind of temptation, overcome you and draw you into it and everything like that. Because if it draws us into it, next thing you know, we're starting to entertain it. Then, oh yeah, he sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's telling me some stuff that my
true.
husband is not
That's
telling me.
true.
Or she's telling me some stuff that my wife is not telling me.
Right.
So you have to really be careful about that.
Right.
Because they can draw you over there, and that's all they want to do is draw you over there.
Exactly.
Then once they got you, they're gonna let you go, and then you and your husband or you and your relationship friend is gone. So you really have to be careful about that. I think it's really borderline flirtation, borderline sin, borderline,
Is it cheating? That's
what I was just about to say.
Okay.
Borderline cheating.
Okay, you're talking about borderline.
That's what I was going to say. Borderline cheating, because cheating happens when you get influenced by it, when you're falling into the temptation. That's where the cheating part comes in at.
I'm gonna tell y'all what my measuring stick is when it comes to that. Whatever I'm doing, if Kenneth walked up, would I continue to do this? If Kenneth will walk up, and if I'm texting or I'm talking or whatever, if I'm talking to a guy or just whatever, if Kenneth walked up, would I continue to have this conversation with this person?
That could be borderline. Yes.
If I can continue to have this conversation with this person, to me, I'm good. But if I'm kind of crossing, like, oh, shoot, now I better kind of back away from this because this right here, this is going in another direction.
Really
because
be careful.
Kenneth walked up,
Yes.
I wouldn't even continue to engage it. So that's my measuring stick. That's what I use.
And then
it
all boils down to getting back to telling your mate what you really want.
Exactly.
I tell you what I really want. You tell me what you really want, and then let's come to the table to see if you and I can help each other out with that.
Okay. Okay.
Because if they're talking crazy over here and we're already doing everything together, it'll be hard for them to influence me or influence you.
Okay.
If I'm telling you that you smell good, if I tell you that you look good, if I tell you that you're the best thing that I ever seen,
Okay.
and I tell you all that, I'm swelling your head up and everything, and then this little crumb snatcher comes over and say, "Oh, you look good. Oh, mama, you sure look nice. Oh, mama, you're the sweetest thing ever." Oh, my husband's already telling me all that.
Right.
My boyfriend is already telling me all
Right.
that. So it's gonna be hard for him to influence you.
You right.
If I'm pointing to you and you pointing to me.
You right. Because I tell people that all the time. I'm like, I hear that all the time.
Yeah.
This is like nothing new to me.
Yes.
I got one that I kind of saved for the best for last. It says, who initiates? Who should initiate when it comes to sex?
Ooh. Wow.
Who should be the initiator?
May I ponder on that one for a minute?
Why? Or should it be you?
May I ponder on that one for a minute? That's
who
a
should
good
be
one.
the initiator?
Ooh.
Who should initiate?
Wow.
Kenneth.
That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay. I'm gonna drink me some water.
Yeah, drink me some water and let me think about that one,
Okay.
because I, in my thoughts and my thinking, I'm trying to be the one
Okay.
to initiate it. Not all the time,
Okay.
but I'm trying to be the one to keep you, keep you happy, to keep you, staying on this side of the fence,
Okay.
to keep you excited about our marriage.
Right.
So I'm trying to be the one, not only sexually, but intimately also. I try to take you places. I try to not let you have a dull moment. I try to make week by week, month by month, year by year go by, and you and I having a good time with doing everything.
Right.
And I know some of the things that you like.
Okay.
So I want to continue to try to do that.
Okay.
So I think it's my job to initiate you being excited in our relationship.
Okay.
Are you having excitement in our relationship?
I like that.
So I think this is my job to do that. And I try to get other guys to do that too. Let us be the one that initiates the excitement.
But it is okay if I want to initiate sometimes.
We don't, man. That's icing on the cake. If we're doing it now, and we're making it, exciting,
I love
and then
it.
the wife comes along
I
and
love
puts
it.
all that on top of that sugar and ice cream and cherries
Yes.
on top. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
We're talking about something that can
Somebody
really
just
excite.
said both should initiate. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. That's
Yes.
why I said it's
Yes.
okay if I initiate sometimes.
Yes.
As long as we both initiate. Because I'm telling you what, at the end of the day, if both of us getting satisfied, to me that's the bonus. That's what it's
Absolutely.
about. The bonus
Absolutely.
is we both getting satisfied. That's the way I see it.
And I always try to tell you that I never want a dull moment in our marriage.
Right, you do.
I always
you always
try to tell you that,
You tell me that all
and
the
get
time.
you on the same page that I'm trying to get on.
Yes.
And if both of us is on the same page, not trying to have a dull moment in our marriage.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that we don't have those
Right, we do.
ups and downs
We
and
do,
spurts.
we do.
But I'm saying we ought to have more good days
Yes.
than we have bad days.
Yes.
So I think like you said, it should be both of us.
Yes.
But at the same time, I think the husband should not just say, well, I'm going to just sit back and wait on my wife to tell me she loves me and wait on my wife to tell me that she make me happy. No. I don't think that's what the job is. I think the job is for the husband to make sure that he's doing his part.
Right.
Make sure that he's making his wife happy.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that he's, engaging in everything that she wants, needs, and desires
Right.
to make her happy.
Yes.
I think that's my job.
Kenneth, you know what? I think you just sealed the deal. I mean, I love it. I love it. Somebody just put on there said both people want to know the other wants them as much as they do. I agree. I think we both. That's why I say that's the bonus. We both want each other. We both want to love and be with one another. Y'all, that's why I say I just tried something different tonight. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for the questions. We're gonna try it again. So tell people about it, that we're gonna try it again. Where if you have those questions, you even have those comments, come on and send them in, and we will get to them. But we want to thank y'all again.
Right.
Make sure you hit that notification. If you want to send us private messages, go to our email at thedavisonintervention@gmail.com. We also have a website that is www.thedavisonintervention.com. So go ahead and do that. But again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification. We appreciate you all. Kenneth, we had a good time tonight.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. It's all about making each other happy.
Yes.
It's all about unifying this relationship, this marriage,
Yes.
so we can become one.
Yes.
No longer two, that we can become
that
one.
we become one.
That's
Thank
it.
you. Thank y'all for watching too. So make sure, bye y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.